Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to the Closers Lab. I'm Max Jimenez, your host of the Closers Lab and the closer of the Closers Lab. Thank you guys for joining us, and I really appreciate you for taking the time to be on with me and looking forward to today's show. If you're new to the show, let me tell you what the Closers Lab is, or if you're watching this on the replay, what we do here is we actually talk about sales negotiation. And not only that, but we make phone calls and we actually talk to sellers, right? Talk to prospects. So I'm really excited because we're doing something new this week. We're actually officially we launched the daily closers lab show. It's going to be from Tuesday to Friday from 10 to at 10 a.m. So you're going to get four times the closers labs, four times the max, and four times the sales and negotiations. So you're going to get to hear a lot of you're going to get to see and hear a lot of the things that we're going to talk about. And so I'm really stoked. I want to remind every single one of you, I'm going to let a couple more people jump on here. I want to remind every single one of you that this is a live show. So make sure that you ask your questions, comment, and make sure that also you share this with someone and subscribe to the channel. That really helps me, to get the word out and help a lot of other people. Matt, I appreciate you for being on. As you're coming in, let me know what market you're in. Yes, we're going to be going daily from Tuesday to Friday. Mondays is just a little too hard just because we have meetings and meetings and meetings, but definitely that is the goal forward. So if you have not saved that date on your calendar, so that way, it's locked in, and that's when we're going to be going live. You're going to be able to join me from Tuesdays to Friday, excuse me. So super excited, stoked for that. I know a lot of people are giving some great feedback. A couple announcements before we get started, before I jump into the calls and talk a little bit about some of the things that we got going on. Listen, if you're not part of the Discord community, I created a Discord community for the Closer Lab. It's an open community. It's free. If you're watching this on the replay, I want to make sure that you understand that the link to the join the community is actually in the description. So for those of you who have not joined the community, I highly recommend. We're going to be doing some great things in there with special guests. We're going to be creating some more private content you're not going to see on Instagram, you're not going to see on YouTube or Facebook. So I highly recommend that you join the Discord community. The link is in the description. So join that community. We got some great. Actually, let me show you guys because we got some really great things going on in there. Let's go here. So pretty much, this is what the community is, right? We're going to be doing quite a bit of things in here when it comes to, some of the things that we're going to do is we're going to have announcements. Obviously, we're going to do some giveaways, and you can just chat it up, talk about deep talks, and we got some people already in here conversating and stuff. But we're gonna do some training, and then anytime that we do we're gonna have specific content that's gonna be private to the Discord channel. Gonna have a couple of guests and things. So there's rooms that you can network. Where we'll all be jumping in, talking about certain topics. But again, I highly recommend that you jump on and become and join the community. I'm telling you, you're going to benefit from it. You're going to be the first one to know anything that's announced and what we're doing is going to be announced on Discord moving forward. Instagram, YouTube, that's actually going to be secondary. It could be a day later, it could be a couple of days later, but everything we're announcing. So for you guys that are watching this live, I highly recommend going and joining the community. And for those of you that are catching this on the replay, I highly recommend going and joining the community as well, because again, everything we're going to be doing is going to be announced first. Like today, we announced that we're going to be going daily, and then so to the people, or excuse me, daily from Tuesday to Friday to the people inside the community. So in the Discord community, so I'm really stoked about that. That's something that's been in the works for a while. People already in the chatting, and people want to get better at sales and so on and so on. So extremely excited for that. Again, if you go over there, join the community. We have a couple other things, a couple other links in there. If you're looking to get started and basically you have no direction, I have what I call the Closers Lab principles. That's going to help you tremendously. It's something that I put together because I know there's a lot of people out there that have no direction when it comes to sales. So the closers lab principles are actually a fundamental way for you to get started, understanding mindset, how to approach the calls. I have the cold call scripts in there, and also the closer script, the high level closer script. So I put that together all in one place. Look, I always say this, and you guys know I'm very transparent. Is the stuff you can find in there, you can find here and on my YouTube. I give more than what other courses charge, right? And so what happens is a lot of people struggle to get that information and put it together. It's here. It's on YouTube. It's on my YouTube channel, and you can definitely put it together if you like. But what happens is a lot of people won't. So it takes a lot of work, not because they don't want to. Sometimes maybe they want to, but it takes a lot of work understanding how to put it together. So I put those two things together. As I put the Discord community, and then also the Closers Lab principle, so that way you guys can join us. And get your and launch your trajectory, launch your career into sales with some really high level fundamentals. I know Matt's in that right now. We just went through that last week. Travis, what's up, brother? How you doing? Appreciate you, bro, for being on. I know you're always on and sharing and supporting the show. Esther, long time no see. Hopefully you're doing well. I know we haven't talked to the team in a while, so hope the team's okay and they're doing good. Love to chat it up with you guys, and way I love to do that. So, anyways, want to get that out of the way. Housekeeping rules again. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, share this with someone right now. Share this one person that you think should be on here. We're gonna talk to some sellers. Want to spend some time going through some talking. And hopefully, we can get some people on the phones this morning, just because we want to have some conversations. But again, if you're not part of the Discord community, I highly recommend going on there. One thing that I want to talk about a little bit is before I get on the calls is this. I have a presentation that's called. Actually, I'm going to be in LA. I'm going to be in LA this Friday on Good Buddies Alex Camacho's the Dealmaker Summit event, and one of the things my presentation there is going to be about why salespeople struggle, right? And obviously, we could do a whole show about that. But I got a presentation that I do in my sales intensive that's really really good, and it's very insightful when it comes to understanding why salespeople struggle. Now we can make up, we can talk about X amount of things, right? Like there's probably a lot of factors, right? Whether it's the lack of opportunity, whether it's the lack, being in the wrong place. But I broke it down to three things, and I always say this: it usually comes down to three things, which is action, which is beliefs, your belief system, and then secondly is working on your craft. And I dive deep into that, so I'm gonna be giving that presentation in LA. So if you are in LA, if you come say hello, I actually have the information on my link inside Instagram, and also I believe it's in the description of this video. But I'm going to give that presentation. I think it's a very powerful one, getting people to understand mentally, what they need to be doing in order to not struggle and not how to prepare yourself, right? What is it, those things that are struggling? And like I said, I narrowed it down to the top three just to simplify it, which I think they're the most powerful. Like I said, it's not working on your craft. Number one. Number two is not working on your mindset, changing your belief system. And then number three, what it really comes down to is actually not taking action. Simple as that, right? Those are very, very powerful. Could there be other factors that come into play that I they yes, of course, but I believe that those three are some very powerful factors as to why salespeople struggle when it comes to them, either getting on the phones and stuff. But extremely excited, and for that. So I'll be there. I'm gonna give that presentation on Friday. Talk to or Saturday, excuse me. Talk to a couple people there and change their lives when it comes to sales. So let's get started. I wanna make a few phone calls today. I'm gonna talk to a few people that I have set up. Hopefully we get some calls answered. I know the last time when we had I think it was last 2 weeks ago, because I haven't done this in 2 weeks because of preparing everything for the change. And so anytime of the show, again, this is a live show. Remember, guys, ask your questions. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna answer your questions like I always do. Share this with someone. I know that, someone that you think needs to be here, someone that you think needs to be on the show, so that way, you can actually, that way they can join us, right? So, let's see. Let's go ahead and start making some calls. I mean, what else is there to do but to make calls and talk to sellers? So, let's see here. This up. Mm, alright, let's see who we have here today. Who are we gonna call today? So we got, let's see. Oh, let's see what happened. Perfect. Alright, here we go. So the first one person that we're gonna call today is a lead in Washington, North Carolina, excuse me, not Washington. Let's see. North Carolina deal. Um, Carrion? I believe that's the name, Carrion. So let's see if this person answers and, talk to them. Let's see. Alright. Drop some fire emojis, some thumbs up if you guys are ready for this. That way, you guys can get pumped up in my ass. Jonathan, what's going on, brother? I appreciate you. Thank you for being on, man. It means a lot. So we're gonna call Marianne here really quick. Oh, and by the way, I always get asked what do I use on the lives when I call people. So the one thing is I have Podio, so we use Podio, and then what I did is I connected Podio to smartphone, so that's what we're using right now with the smartphone. That's what I used, in, when I'm calling people, so I have smartphone on my phone. I have the app, so that way, I can call them from there as well too, so, um, but definitely, that's what I use, is I use smartphone to make the outbound calls and get the incoming calls as well too, so I appreciate the fire emojis. Thank you for the thumbs up, Matt, I appreciate you as well. Let's see. Alright, here we go. Let me know if you guys can hear that. Hello, Marian? Or Carrion, I'm sorry?
Yes.
Hi, Karen. My name is Max. I'm calling you because you had spoken to one of my team members about your property over at Juniper Street.
Okay.
Yeah, they had left me some notes and mentioned that you might be considering selling that one.
I do plan to.
I'm sorry?
I do plan to.
You do plan to? Okay, got it. Probably caught you at a bad time, Karen?
No, I have
Okay,
a few minutes.
perfect. I appreciate that. So you plan to, I know, again, I know, like I said, they left me some notes. I don't want to go through all the questioning. Just wanted to fill in some gaps because notes don't always tell the whole story. So so this one here right now, this property, is a rental property or a personal residence?
When we first bought it in '64, we lived there. I grew up there, but it's rental now.
Right now, okay, got it. How long has that been a rental?
Oh, 15, 20 years, I guess.
Okay, so quite a while then, huh? Got it, okay, and is it occupied?
Yes,
It is, okay, and, how long has it been the same tenant, and how long have they been there?
they've been there years at least.
5 or 6 years?
Mhm.
Okay, I'm writing this down, sorry about that. And, currently, what is the, just ballpark, you don't have to be exact, do you know what the tenant's paying monthly on that?
Yeah, I know exactly what they pay monthly around that, right?
Well, sometimes people don't know, so, sometimes people don't know, like, "I don't
Really?
know the exact number." Oh, believe me,
Oh,
you should hear a
yeah.
lot of people too, they don't know the exact
I'm
figures.
sorry, I'm getting a new caller, benefits to take care of right now. I have to talk to her.
Got it, so if you hear me calling you back, when can I do that?
Anytime, anytime.
Okay, sounds good, bye. Alright, so I'm gonna call her back. This is probably a good deal for because 'cause they've been renting it for the last 15 to 20 years, and they had the same tenants, for the last of 5 years. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the call back because this is not bad. They're getting 1,100 bucks. I have it in the notes, but I always love for people to say, I love for people to talk so I can hear it, so they can repeat everything that they say. So, let's see. Seemed like a really, really good person to have a conversation with. Not aggressive, right? It's got a laid back personality. The only thing is that you guys, one thing away from that call, right? When I asked her, probably caught you at a bad time. She said no. I have a few minutes. So, um, one thing that I missed on that was okay, a few minutes, like 5 minutes or 10 minutes. So you can still take it a step further. So because you guys saw what happened, right? I ran with what you said a few minutes and I ran with it, and then guess what, right? She got a call. So she said a few minutes because she was gonna receive a call. So you can call that out, right? You say, "Okay, when you say a few minutes, do you have, like, 5 or 10 minutes, or are you expecting something?" So there's a way that you can do that, so that way, that doesn't happen to you. So, let me see, owned it for 20 years, um, or been a rental for 20 years, and then I don't know if you guys caught that, but I just wanted to make that a point that, I ran with what she said, have a few minutes. Usually, I like to call that out just because of that, what just happened right now, right? Alright, let's see. Make sure. Yeah, I'm really bad with setting up the notes and all that. I just wanna make sure that I actually write down all the details before I forget. So let's see, contacted this person today, next contact, call her later on. Um, yes, conversation. I'm gonna go away from that, and then we're gonna zero this out. Um, I'm gonna put that on. We'll leave it like that. Yeah, we're gonna leave that under warm lead because we don't know yet everything that's going on with that. So, all right, perfect. Um, Latrell, what's up, brother? How you doing? Just got off a call, so you haven't missed a lot. We went on our first call. Really, she wasn't a bit. She could only talk a little bit, so basically, you'll have to go back and watch what happened. But we're just getting started, bro. So don't even worry about it. All right, let's see. I'm gonna add this. All right, so let's call the next person. Um, all right, all right. Let's see. I don't know if I talked to this person before. All right. Let's see. Robert said he's taking notes. Let's go, Robert. I know, man. You're a good student, bro. Answered. Let's see. So let's call Robert. This is another deal in Charlotte, North Carolina. So that market has been really good for us, actually. North Carolina market. So we're going pretty heavy on that one. All right.
Hello.
Hello, Stan.
Yes.
Hey, Stan, it's Max. I'm calling you because you had spoken to one of my team members, Mattel, about selling your property over at Monmouth Drive.
Right.
Okay, perfect. Probably caught you at a bad time.
Not a great time. Why
Okay.
don't you call me back? I know you're calling from Phoenix.
Yeah,
Yeah,
correct.
yeah, and I spoke to you before. Yeah, right before the first of the year or whatever.
I think so, but I
Yeah,
think you were busy with
yeah,
holidays and stuff, and so
right,
that's why I was
exactly.
calling.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, you can give me a call back.
Okay.
Like at
What's
4 o'clock. At 4 o'clock
would
or
be
2 o'clock.
2 o'clock. Yeah, it'd be 2 o'clock
Yeah,
here in
2 o'clock.
Phoenix. So, all right.
Yeah, that's
What I'll yeah, perfect. What I'll do then is I'll throw it on the calendar. That way I have it scheduled to call you back at 2 o'clock. Okay, or 2 o'clock my time, 4 o'clock your time. Okay. I appreciate that, Stan. Thanks. All right, here we go. Let me change that up. Let's see. So gonna call him back. Oops. So gonna call him back today. Next contact date is going to be. Oops. Call him back today, and he said at 4. So it's funny. Yesterday, I called the lady. I called the lady. She was in North Korea, and I called her at. She's in South Korea. Excuse me. And I called her at. I think it was like 3 o'clock or something, 2 o'clock, and it was like it was like 4 in the morning, or no, it was like yeah, it was like 4 in the morning or something at her time, and she was a little upset, but we know why, right? All right, so I got the call back scheduled for today at 2 PM my time. Let's see. All right, perfect. I'm gonna switch this out. Okay. So we'll see. I spoke with this guy before, but he's been on and off, and we've been following up with him, guys. This is what happens, right? Like the follow up are something you have to be conscious of because basically nothing happened. Not a lot of calls, right? Like not a lot of calls get closed on the first. There's not first call closes are very rare. So you have to be ready for the follow up, and that's really where all the money follow ups. It's not really, like on these lives or on these calls. All the money's made on the follow ups. Money is made in the. You guys have heard this consistently, right? The problem is Instagram dilutes everything. So the follow up is made, or the money is made on the follow up. You have to remember that. And so the thing is that once you realize that, you're gonna get into the mindset like it's gonna take maybe 2 or maybe 3 calls to get a commitment from someone to do business with you. That's why it's important on the first initial call to slow everything down. Don't rush everything. Don't try to, cram everything into with that seller on the first call. If you feel it, like, if you feel there's engagement and there's reciprocation and it's working out, that's fine, continue the call, but gauge the call so that way, you know what I mean, you're not trying to cram your pitch and at a fast pace and all that. Always be prepared for us to set up a follow-up call because like I said, the one call closes don't typically happen every single day. Alright, let's call Judson. Um, what is going on here? I think I spoke with this person before. Let's see. Yeah, this person does not want to sell. I spoke with them already. Let's see. Who's this? Michael. All right, let's call Michael, see what's up. Jonathan says, thanks, man. Thanks, Max, for all the work. You're showing that even the Raza can make it out. Yes, sir. You're welcome, brother. It's all about hard work, bro, and consistency, right? I think that's really what it comes down to. And how bad do you want it at the end of the day? Nothing's easy, bro. Nothing good is easy, and nothing that comes easy is good. It's all hard work, dedication, and just putting your head down, man. Avoiding all the distractions. All right, let's call Michael.
Your call is forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 7.
All right, so we're gonna redial him. If you have any questions or any comments or anything like on any of your deals, drop them in the comment section. We'll be here. I'll be here. I
Your
set a
call has
time,
been
quite a bit of
forwarded
time
to
for
an
you guys.
automated voice message.
All right, no answer on the second ring. We're gonna go ahead and pass on this one to the next one. While I'm trying to get someone on the phone, if you got any questions or you have been, if you got any scenarios you want me to help you with or walk through, I definitely want to answer your questions. So that way, you can figure out how to go back and make it better. So since you only consider something to calls to get through with the offer according to him. I think I spoke to this guy already. Richard, yeah. Let's see. There's a couple on here that I already spoken to. Um, let's see. Actually, let's see. Let's do this. All right. Mm. Let's look. 3 leads came in yesterday that nobody picked up. So Randall. Let's call Randall.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic.
And you must have my number going straight to voicemail. Let's see.
Automatic voice message system.
Okay, that one's going straight to voicemail. I don't know what's going on. All right, let's call Anthony.
Please leave your message for.
All right, so no one picked up. Let me try redialing him again. Let's see. I love that, Michael. He says catching the live and making calls. Oh, someone's picking good question, Matt. So Matt says, if you find your number goes straight to voicemail, do you ever call from a different number? I do. I just don't do it here on the show. So I do it, and then wait. I wait till later on in the day. So let's say, for example, like right now, I did back to back, and they didn't answer. So if I call from a different number, in their mind, they're going to be like, "Hey, they're not going to pick up because they might assume that it might be the same person calling from that other number for the most part." I wait a little bit till later till their minds off that back-to-back call because you just back-to-back dialed them. So they're going to be, they're gonna be thinking that it's you on that, what is it called? On that same number, different number. But definitely, I would highly recommend doing that so you're not, what is it called? Calling from the same number consistently because a lot of times they do block your number. So it's a good idea to call from different numbers so that way you can, get a higher answer rate when it comes to that. Another thing too that I need to do more of is the cliffhanger voicemail. This guy I talked to yesterday, which was really, really good. I did this. He didn't pick up and left. I called him twice. I left the cliffhanger voicemail, and he called me back. and I have a call with him today at 11:30 my time, which is an hour from now. We're negotiating 2 houses, so one in Oklahoma and then one here in Arizona. But I did the cliffhanger voicemail, and he called me back. He's like, "Hey, what's going on, man? What's going on with my property?" And so I ended up, speaking with him and had about a 30-minute conversation with him. So I got a follow-up call with him at 11:30, to talk about potentially getting those 2 deals under contract. Real good conversation, and, the one here is a really good deal. The other one, we might lock up and put it under the MLS, listed as a flat listing MLS as a cash sell. But there's different things you could do. Call from different numbers, do the cliffhanger voicemail, and then, a lot of things I don't do on here just for purposes of the show, but I definitely need to start doing some of those things, on here so you guys can see the results of that. Um, but yeah, got a really good conversation with him, and, again, we have a call scheduled for in about an hour, for us to go through the details and stuff, so, um, go with older first. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna filter out. I'm doing some filters here. Return the price. Let's see. Lead status. Here we go. A good one. All right, let's see. Let's call this person. This is a deal in Florida, Florida. All right, um, probate process. Let's talk to this person. 360-491-9461. Okay. Who it is here? Me too, Michael, man. I'm excited to be there as well too, man. Just bought the ticket yesterday. Let's go. Love it.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system. 36095.
All right. I'm gonna redial that person again one more time. Actually, there's another number here. I'm gonna try another number. Oh, no answer. We sent out. I'll answer your question and after this call right here.
Sorry, the mailbox is full.
Jeez, come on, Gail. Fix your mailbox, Gail. There's one more number I gotta try, and then I'll get back to your question. We sent it. All right, let me try this one here.
Good morning. Thank you for calling in tech. How may I help you?
Oh, good morning. I believe I have the wrong number. I was trying to reach Gail.
Oh, yeah, I don't recognize that name here. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's all right. Thank you.
Okay.
This is That's the wrong number. Cool. Seems like a wrong number. We'll go to the next lead. So hey Max, real quick question. What do you personally do to not get caught up with distractions? It's gotta be like I wish there was like an easy answer to this, brother. And there's not. Really what it comes down to is really building habits. What behaviors are you doing on every single day, right? Because if you have more positive behaviors than more distractions, then guess what? You're gonna align, you're not gonna get caught up on the negative behaviors. One of the things that I always tell our team members when they come to our team and they work with us is we fill up their calendars right away. Like we're not playing around. Like, hey, fill it up with all the resources that we have, which is the activities, the training, the huddles, the sales trainings, the role playing. So there's that, and then they got to build their prospecting time, and then they got to build their high income activity, generating activity time, even up to their lunch. So the only way to avoid distractions, there is no easy way. Brother, I get distracted. Either this whole month, I've had to remove like Instagram and the socials out of my home screen. I don't get any alerts at all from socials. It's only when I want to check it, right? It's only when I want to go look at it. It's the socials are not, or the alerts aren't coming in and trying to grab my attention. Um, I wasn't so that's helped me out a lot to take my focus to another level, and the things I've done in this last month is incredible. Um, but again, how do you get not caught up in that is what behaviors are you doing every single day? What are your what's your plan? I have a presentation called PAS that I do on the sales intensive for salespeople to be focused. And Matt's been part of that. A couple other people, Esther's been part of that. A couple of people that are on here, and so what it is, PAS is to unlock your full potential. It's planning, attitude, and strategy. Planning, attitude, and strategy. Right. So why is planning first? Because planning is going to dictate your behaviors. So again, and you can switch behaviors with habits, right? What behaviors, what habits are you doing on a daily basis that's gonna take you away from the distractions? Because if you're not planning and you're not building behaviors on a daily basis, then guess what? What's going to fill your calendar is the distractions, right? You got to be very intentional too, man. Like, I know sometimes when I'm not intentional about things, I can tell you stuff starts to go south pretty fast, bro. You got to be intentional about what you want. You got to be intentional about, the things that you're looking for in your life. You got to be intentional about every single thing. Um, and then you build habits, behaviors around that thing of what you're trying to be intentional to. So I wish there was an easy answer, but there's not, bro. You gotta create behaviors that build habits, and then those habits are going to overcome any distraction. And the way you look at it is that you look at it and you say, um, you look at it and you have the blinders on, and the two blinders are when a new opportunity or distraction shows up. Okay, does this take away from what I'm doing, or does this amplify what I'm doing? And then you make a decision fast, right? If you have to think about it, that means it's taking away from what you're doing. And that's another way too, is to look at every single thing like that. But without the behaviors and without the planning, without the behavior and the habits, yeah, you're not going to be able to. Yeah, you have to build those, bro. You have to build those. And like I said, that's why when people come to work with us and become part of our team, the number one thing they do before they even jump on phones is number one, we work on their calendar. Number two, we work on their mindset. Right? We have them read the book Power of Ambition, right, by Jim Rohn. It's a very powerful book because it's going to talk about that it's not just about the motivation. It's not just about desiring to do something. Like he talks about putting work behind that ambition. Great book. But hopefully that helped, Vicente. Let me know in the comment section. Abraham, what's up, bro? Long time no see, man. Hope you're doing good. Yeah, brother. This is season 2. We're on episode 5. But what's crazy is today I actually made the announcement. We're going to be going live on the daily from Tuesday to Friday at 10 a.m. So if you miss today or you miss tomorrow, guess what? We're going to be here Thursday and Friday. well, not this Friday because I'm going to LA, but starting next week, basically Tuesday to Friday, that's the goal. I'm gonna be going live, doing calls. But I'm glad to see you on here, bro. I know you've been working. I know I follow you on Instagram, and you've been putting your head down and working. So, all right, I appreciate you for being on, bro. Thank you. Let's see. Let's call the next seller. Um, he said, "I'll be here. Let's go." I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Let's see who we have here. Uh, doo, 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 doo. Oh, by the way, everyone, now that we got more people on here, if you're not part of the Discord community, I highly, highly, highly recommend that you go and join the Discord community. We're going to have exclusive content, exclusive training in there. We're going to do some things that are going to get announced in the community before it ever gets announced either on Instagram or YouTube. So the link to join the Discord community is in the description. Listen, you don't want to miss the things that we have coming up. Some really great things. We really get guests, events, some of the things that we're going to do. If you're in the Discord community, you're going to be the first one to actually find out about it. So we're going to call, man, what's this? All right, let's see. Let's call Dentonio. Let's see if Dentonio answers. Hello, Dentonio.
Speaking.
Hello, Dentonio. My name is Max. I'm calling you because you had spoken to one of my team members about your property over at Brett Court.
I don't know.
Got it, got it. Yeah, maybe, yeah, it's a couple of team members. Maybe you talked to one of them. Said, "Are you still considering selling that property?"
No, not at the time.
Oh, got it. Okay. It's weird because I have on the notes you were looking to get 150K. What changed?
Hold on a second.
Sure.
Sorry, I was on a webinar.
Oh no, you're good. You're good.
Yeah, I didn't hear what you said.
No, I said, I know you said that you're not considering selling anymore. I just was kind of curious because I know in the notes it said you might consider to get 50,000 for it. Just wondering what changed.
No, I just realized it was worth a little more than
Okay. So, is this a rental property or a primary residence for you?
rental.
Rental. Okay, got it. Okay. So yeah, so it sounds like you would what would you consider selling it for if somebody made you an offer? I mean, if it's not you believe it's worth more than 150.
So based on like some of the calls from other people, around 160.
Okay. Like somebody made you an offer at 160?
Yep.
Okay. Is that what they send you in writing? They put that in writing for you to sign, or is that like just over the phone?
So one person put in writing, and then it came through a little later on, and they didn't through. I don't know. I'll be honest. Like I was a full call asking about those properties. Well,
Mhm.
usually they ask about one, and then recently, I guess like people maybe figure out property too. So
Okay.
I just don't have the time to like go through all this stuff. Have 2 last years. So
Got it. Yeah, yeah. No, that makes sense. And again, I don't, again, I don't even know if I'm going to buy this or, again, I don't buy every single property either. I'm just trying to figure out, like, for my team members. So what would you be open again, I don't know if the 160 makes sense, but if we were to give you the 160, would you be open to giving us some time to pay that off? Or, will we continue making some monthly payments on that?
no, yeah, you said this would happen with the last guy, or
Mhm.
yeah, no.
Okay, got it. So you just want to cash. You want a one lump sum out 160,000.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. Um, again, I'm just getting the details now. I don't know if that's what I'll do is I'll check with my underwriting team and see if we can come up to that. And I guess a question for you is if we're able to come up to that 160 and we're able to do the one lump sum, what would happen next if we were able to do that?
What do you mean? What would happen next?
Yeah, if I come back and I talk to my underwriting team and say, "Hey, Antonio, hey, my underwriting team said that that we could do the 160."
Yeah, probably sell the property.
Okay, probably. So you're not too sure then, even if someone offered you 260?
You said what? If somebody offered me 160?
No, based on what you said, probably you're not too sure if you would sell even if someone offered you the 160?
So I'd have to get in and talk to the property manager, go to the situation with the tenant.
Mhm.
Yeah, all that stuff again. Yeah.
Okay. Are the tenants on a long-term lease or are they month to month?
You know, 1 year annual lease.
Okay. That's like January to December, or when does that expire?
Uh, one just started in November. The other one was September.
Okay. Got it. Yeah, let me talk to my let me talk to my underwriting team and do a little bit of homework. I know that in your end, it sounds like you obviously got some things to talk about with the management and all that. Um, and I'll see if we can come up to the 160.
Okay.
All right.
Your team. So what team is? What group is this?
You spoke with. Well, I'm with Direct Home Buyers. You spoke with Mattel, my team member Mattel. You spoke with him back, I think, in the beginning of December, I believe. Yeah,
Eric Homebuyers.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And
All right.
so that's how I got, the note that say you were looking to get 150, but it sounds like more if you get 160, you would feel. How many is it so it's more than one unit? How many is there total?
So I have two units.
You have 2 units, okay. And so for each one, you would wanna get 160 for each one? Okay, got it. Alright. And then you said you had a management company, so I'm assuming there's like a monthly cost on that with the management company?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What do you pay ballpark? Just
Standard 10%.
okay, got it. That's fair enough. Okay, so let me do this, I'm gonna like I said, let me talk to my underwriting team. What if you were me calling back for this, when would be the best time to call you?
So I live in Hawaii, so it have to be. So this time actually is not very convenient. Um, I realize later in the day it just doesn't work too for East Coast folks. I
Mhm.
don't know where you're at. So
I'm in
um,
Phoenix. I'm centrally located in Phoenix, Arizona.
okay,
Yeah.
yeah. I guess usually that time for me is like Hawaii Standard Time. I don't know, between 11:30 and 12:30.
30 and 12:30. Okay, and I'll figure out what's the time zone based off on from here from Phoenix. Okay.
Okay.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
All right.
Yeah,
Okay.
take care. Bye. All right. Not a lot of motivation there. You guys can tell. And I already knew that based on the notes. There's not a lot that that's motivated to sell. It's actually a really good rental. He's cash flowing right now based off that. So it says he's cash flowing. He's 160. He's not open to doing any type of creative. Obviously, I pitched him creative. I just pitched him if he would be open to giving us some time to pay that off. But what I don't even know if we're able to. It looks like they look really nice actually. So, but yeah, it looks like he wants retail for those. I'm not seeing anything that would be higher that would excuse me, that would actually justify his asking price for a one lump sum. Yeah, unfortunately. Um, yeah, 160 would be too high. So, yeah. Let's see. I remember the day I started being intentional. Everything you said resonated. Just got. I just. I just got double, triple down, and continue doing what I'm doing. Thanks for the advice on this show, man. You're welcome, brother. Appreciate you for being on. Key parts to my sales journey is the show. I've learned a lot just from this. Soon, man, gonna take my sales education further by paying sales training. Um, I always say this, Vicente, is that you can get a lot from these calls. You just said it, right? Like, you've gotten quite a bit, right? You've learned a lot just from the show and from the things that I talk about here. There's comes a time when you have to just basically have that structure, right? And, that's really where you're at right now, is moving into the space of having a little bit more structure when it comes to your process. I know it ain't easy, but whenever you're ready, we're here to help you out. So make sure that you join the Discord community as well. Raymond, what's up? Hawaii, let's go. Yes. I need to go to Hawaii, man, for 60 days to do absolutely nothing. Uh, yeah, these properties are not this guy that I just talked to, are not, yeah, they're just 160 is retail, probably even higher than retail, but, um, yeah, I'd love to get these on some type of creative, but he's not open to it, so, let's see. Alright, let's move on to the next one here. Any takeaways from that call? You guys noticed I didn't dive too deep, just asking him some very vague questions because he wasn't really engaged. He wasn't, obviously he didn't wanna, what is it called? He didn't want to, really give out too much information. I got him to talk a lot, though. I got him probably talking more than what he wanted to. Um, let's see. What we got here. Let's see. Jesse talked to Mike, and he's not opening this up. Hmm. All right, let's call Mike. Michael Knight. All right, let's see. Marlu, what's up, man? How you been? My brother from Canada. Did you get in that Discord community yet, bro? All right, let's see.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 850.
All right, let's try it again. Redial.
Hello?
Hello, Michael.
Yes.
Hey, Michael, it's Max. I'm calling you because you had spoken to one of my team members about your property over at Woodsman Court in Florida.
Yes, sir.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, I was calling because they had left some notes and mentioned that you might be considering selling that one. Just want to confirm that.
I had decided just yet, I'm just keeping around a little bit.
Okay, got it.
And y'all wholesalers, aren't you?
We do pretty much everything, right? We do, we'll put in a rental portfolio, we'll fix it and flip it, or, we'll assign it, to if we have another buyer. So, yeah, I mean, and sometimes we'll list it on the market too, on the MLS to entertain, conventional buyers.
Sure.
It just depends. It depends on the structure of the deal and stuff. Not every deal is one size fits all, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because I'm gonna get retail out of it because I've dealt with quite a few sellers.
Have you?
Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Have you been on,
So-
like, officially under contract with them and they bailed out, or what's going on?
Oh no. They just always try to lowball me, and and I always got to find if I'm gonna get what they're going for. Actually, over there, they're doing it from 130 to 140.
Mhm.
'cause mine is 2 bedroom, 2 baths, in good shape.
Okay.
I've had a renter, and well, this guy's been here over 3 years. Actually, I need to go up on his rent, but I try not to gouge people. It
Yeah.
should bring about 1,100 a month. I only get 900 a month.
Okay. So you're a little bit under what the market's going for.
Yeah, but like I said, he pays for service also. He pays online. I never have to worry about him. Got him a new refrigerator
Okay.
in there.
Got it. So, I mean, if the money's good, then the payment's good. There's not how you can complain, right?
Right, that's right. Yeah,
Yeah.
I haven't had any issues. I've
Ju-
just been kicking around with this.
Well, let me ask you that because I know you said that, you said that in the beginning of the call as far as what does have you considering selling? I mean, it sounds like it's a great property. You got good tenants.
Yeah, the biggest thing is capital gain and trying to put it in something else.
Got it. Okay.
Uh, but I bought that place. I think I've had it close to 5 years now. But,
And it's always been a rental, or did you live in it at one point?
oh yeah, that's always been rental.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, it's been rented since day one. Never.
Oh, wow. Okay. Let me ask. I'm sorry.
Real quiet in there.
Oh, I see. Got it. You said the tenant was paying was it 950 or 900? Sorry, you cut out.
900, right.
Okay. What do you think you net out of that? Because I know that's the full payment, but obviously you got tax insurance.
Well, actually, my taxes is pretty low. 800 a year.
Okay. Got it.
And insurance is about 800.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And so you think you're netting about, say, 750 around there to 800?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay. So we'll write that down. Okay, perfect. I don't know if you talked to anybody about this, about this, because we have, Michael, we have different ways we can, obviously when it comes to where people want to receive a certain amount, right? And it sometimes is a lot more than the one. So the last thing I want to do is make a lowball offer, right? I don't buy every single property from everyone we talk to. It'd be impossible. But if I was to pay you 135,000 on it, how much time would you feel comfortable giving me to pay that off if I was to make you monthly payments?
Well, I don't own anything.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, no, I get that. I get that. It's paid off. I know right now you're netting around $800, give or
Right.
take, right? We don't know yet the exact figures. But if there was a way where I can make you, I pay you the 130,000, potentially I can get close to the same equal amount of payments. You didn't have to worry about tenants or anything anymore. How much time you would feel comfortable giving me if I was to be able to, talk to my underwriting team for you like that?
Well, like I said, I missed. At this time, I think it would be beneficial for me to even sell, unless I did a swap out.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
and it's hard to find something.
Yeah. So you're in essence wanting to get the one lump sum to find another opportunity. The property's doesn't sound like it's causing you any problem.
No, I never had. No, that's theirs. A very good property, and I wanted to buy some more in there, but there's like
Mhm.
three units right there together.
Yeah.
Are
Okay.
you in Phoenix?
I am, yeah. So we're centrally located in Phoenix, and we buy in 4 different markets in Florida. Pensacola and a couple other little markets are part of that.
I just sold a townhouse just last year to some guys out of California.
Okay, got it. Yeah, so we're doing the same thing those guys are. We're in Washington, the Carolinas, couple of cities in Florida, and then in Indiana as well.
Right.
Yeah. Good rental markets. That's what we're looking at.
Yeah, it's a good market here. Very
Mhm.
good market.
Okay.
So I've never had. I pastor a well, I did pastor a church, and I just retired
Oh,
from
wow. Okay.
pastoring.
Nice.
So I
That's
do it
awesome.
for kind of a income. So I got to
Yeah.
make sure I make the right move.
How long did you pastor a church for?
I was in this area here 6.5 years, but I pastored in Mississippi for 20 years.
Oh, wow. That's amazing.
Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah, I got about 40 years in the ministry. Now
Nice.
I actually travel now.
Right, right. Are you like a evangelist or something now, or
Yeah,
yeah?
I got a motorhome. We just travel. We've been calling up. I just got back for 20 days.
Wow. Okay. That's
We got,
amazing. Well,
got in last.
appreciate you for doing God's work.
Yeah. But I'll, like you said, I get a lot of calls like this. Matter of fact, every week, someone
Yeah,
I don't even accept. But
yeah. Well, like I
like I
said,
said,
go ahead.
I'm gonna cash it out when I do it.
Yeah.
And
So I know you're which makes sense, right? Ultimately, the goal, whatever the goal is, that's ultimately what you got to do. I know the way I can offer even 135, potentially 140, even more is if I was to get some time. But it sounds like more doesn't sound like that would fit your goal currently, right? 'Cause you would still get somewhat to the equal monthly payments that you're getting now. But to me, it sounds like you want to get that one lump sum because you have some other goals that you want to attain.
right.
Okay. And then are you open to any other offers besides the 130 or what's that look like if you didn't have to pay anything out of pocket? Not, what I mean, just like you heard every other person, right? Where you walk away with the net offer.
Right. Well, the last one I sold, I paid 5,000 over what we was asking,
Hmm.
and at three, at one cash buyer and two, that was kind of like you guys.
Hmm. Okay.
Uh, I just gotta make sure I make the right move,
Yeah.
and man, that the government tears us up with some of these properties.
Yeah. Got it. Well, I'll say this: let's you and I pray together, and we'll figure it out if it's going to be a deal or not. So whenever you go in your
Okay.
prayers.
Uh,
Yeah. So sounds good, Michael. You take care, and you keep going out there putting out your word. All right.
all right, buddy.
All
Thank
right.
you, man.
Take care. Bye bye. All right. So Michael, yeah, he's been kicking around for a while. Obviously, just based off the notes when one of the team members spoke to him before, Tell said the same thing. He's been kind of going back and forth and stuff. So, um, anyways, that was a good conversation. But we'll see. Keep him on a follow up. This is someone you want to follow up with. Eventually, I think putting in his mind about the creative option. Something that we want to do. Michael says, my team and I do some cold calling. Have you seen some changes in contact rate with reaching the owners of the home? Yes, absolutely. Why? Couple of reasons that I know of and I'm aware of, which is number one is the carriers are really clamping down, right, on phone numbers. This is why it's important. Whatever system you're using, badge, call tools, um, whatever, whatever system you gotta have multiple caller IDs. 10 to 20 to 30 per person, so you can rotate the numbers if you're on a dialer, what is it called? On a power dialer. So you gotta make sure that you're changing those caller IDs out. Number 2 is a lot of the cell phones now, right? Like, you can do any calls that are not on the contacts list, send those to voice. So those are very powerful reasons, right? There's nothing you can do about the second one, but you can definitely work around the first one, which is by rotating your caller IDs. And if you don't know what uh, the IDIs are, you need to talk to either whoever your provider is for your dialer. So, um, but yeah, you gotta consider switching the numbers out. Abraham said, "Take advantage of this, guys. Max is a really good guy, awesome person. Thank you, Max, for putting this together for all of us. Massive love. Thank you, bro. Yeah, of course, brother. Of course, I love doing this, and I love having you guys on answering your questions, um, and also bringing the show to you because I think it helps everybody. It helps you to talk about certain things, and to not only talk about it or PowerPoint you, talk about sales, but also you get to see and experience and how to actually have a conversation. If you notice, all those people, even though there wasn't a lot of motivation, they all talked to me, right? They didn't want to hang up. They didn't yell at me. And one reason why is this because of my tonality. I mirrored them. If you notice, my tonality was very different than the guys previous to Michael right now that I was talking to, and the other person that I talked to. Mirroring goes a long way because it makes them because it gives them the safety, like, oh man, this that sounds like me. Like or and also none of those calls that I ever say, man, speak with, or I'm trying to reach, or I'm just looking for. Like that's an absolutely red flag. The idea on a call is to eliminate as many objections as possible, not to create any unnecessary objections. You wanna make sure that you maintain that you get away from creating any objectives that you're for yourself. So, don't say more than you need to. Don't talk more than you have to. And again, ask the right questions, strategic questions to get you the answers that you need. But the number one thing to build rapport is tonality, mirroring, and labeling, right? Tonality, mirroring, and labeling. And I did that on all the calls. I don't know if you guys caught that or not. Give me a fire emoji, thumbs up if you guys caught that I was mirroring and labeling a lot of these guys, right? Like I would call out certain things they would say, and I mirrored them. I mirrored their tonality. If they were a loud talker, I'd be loud. If they were a very low, steady talker like he was, I talked to them very loud, and then relating with him, right? And so and so that's a very important key. Most people don't understand that. They try to rush the call, and what happens is that the call never goes the right way. The call never goes the way you want it to because you try to rush the call. Slow the call down. Let's find out what's going on here before I give you all my information and before we get into a conversation that you don't want to participate in, right? That's the other key is that slow the call down. I'm gonna say this again, slow the call down before you get into a conversation that the seller doesn't want to be in, right? A lot of you guys out there talk yourselves out of a sale or talk over the sellers. And what happens is that you lose the seller, right? You lose them because the seller might not be ready to have that conversation, right? So you want to make sure you do that. A lot of mirroring, a lot of control your tonality, slow it down, be curious. I'm always curious on the calls. Like I don't have a crystal ball like some of you guys do that know everything the seller's telling you. I want clarification. I want the seller to clarify what they mean. I want the seller to basically tell me what are they trying to say when they say this. What does that mean, right? I'm always curious, George, on these calls. That's really who I am, right? And that's how I get information because I'm curious. And then what I do is I ask the questions, and make the statements, I mirror and I label, and I also repeat back things that they say so they feel like they're being heard, right? Those are all important factors when it comes to talking to sellers, guys. I'm telling you, if you continue doing what you're doing and not change stuff up, the results are not going to be there. That's why I'm able to have conversations with people who might say, "Hey, I'm not interested in selling," like the guy with the 3 units or 2 units. He didn't have a lot of motivation, but gave us his number, gave us what we needed. So, anyways, um, I know today we had some conversations, not as deep as we wanted to. And guys, remember, I'm gonna be live on a daily now from Tuesday to Friday, from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. So tune in. I'm gonna continue to do this for you guys for the community. Also, remember, tag me on Instagram. Take a screenshot of this. Let other people know so they can come and join us. And that way they can also learn with you guys, and then we all get better together. We need to send this message out. We need to get the message out of that there is a better way. You know what I mean? Sales can be fun. Sales can be rewarding as well too if you do it the right way, right? So you know what I mean. Take a screenshot, tag me, say you were on the live with Max, and then that way I can reshare it. Helps other people. And then the second thing is that if you haven't joined the Discord community, guys, I'm gonna push this for a while. I'm gonna push this, and I'm gonna push it. I'm gonna push it. I want you to be part of that Discord community. I don't want you to miss out. We have some killer ideas and killer things that are going to be coming. And I'm telling you this, that Instagram YouTube are going to be the last ones to find out before the community finds out. So you got to be part of that community. I want to grow that thing. I want to explode it because we have some great plans on what we're going to do. Travis, I appreciate the fire emojis. Thank you, brother. Thomas, what's going on, bro? Always putting out killer info. You're welcome, brother. You're welcome. And I think we're talking to you a little bit later. So I'm looking forward to that conversation with you and see how you and I can collab and work together. That's the other thing too, is I'm actually going to put a link here. Let's see. Bear with me here while I pull up the link because I want to start working with you guys. Some of you guys have reached out to me on how we can work together, how I can call your leads. So what I want to do right now is I'm going to drop a link inside the description, inside the comment section of let's see what we got here. So if you want going forward, I just dropped a link, so make sure you get this. Going forward, if you want me to call your leads and you want to work a deal with us and you want me to call your leads, make sure that you submit it into that Google form that you're going to, that I just put in the comment section. So that way you can, you want to submit it, and then maybe, and then the next day we'll call it. So if you submit it today, it's not going to get called to the next day. If you submit it the next day after the call, then it's not going to get called. Or sorry, if you submit it the next day, it's going to be the day after. So any day, any leads that come in that day will be called the next day. Okay. Just because we have to stay in order and we got to do some research and stuff. Marlu said I didn't get the invite for Discord. It's in the description section. You're on Facebook, Marlu. Shoot me a DM and I'll send you the link. It's in the description here on YouTube, guys. I want to see everyone, single one of you there. Save that Google Doc so that way I'll put it in the description as well too, so it's there for you guys. And if you have leads that you want me to call and talk to, so we can negotiate some of these deals, I love to do that. So with that, and basically, I want to help every single one of you. Honestly, it's one of my goals to help every single one of you to get better. And if you have any questions, again, you can always DM me at Max Jimenez on IG, active there. I know some of you guys' messages goes to like the hidden inbox. I don't know why, but sometimes I forget to look there. So bear with me if I take a little longer to answer those DMs, just because I get a lot more on the other ones. So, but yeah, go ahead and again submit some leads in there if you want us to call those leads, so that way we can call your leads. And again, like this video, subscribe to the channel, so that way you're the first one to know, and join the Discord community. And with that being said, I appreciate every single one of you for being on. Hopefully, you got value today. I know that again, we had some conversations, not in depth, but we talked about other things as well too. And looking forward to doing this on a daily basis. I appreciate every single one of you for being on, and I'll see you guys tomorrow, and I'll see some of you inside.